Hello everybody, this is Travis for Tpull's Corner, and we've got another deck, a new deck, and I have Master Scald up because he was in the original configuration, but I took him out just because I realized a little late I didn't have anything to take out artifacts and enchantments, so I put in one Invoke the Divine, and sometimes that's not enough just to have one thing to deal with artifacts or enchantments, but I do have some board wipes in there, so I took out Master Scald. Originally I was thinking they would go after my artifacts or enchantments, and I only have one copy of some of these, Teleportation Circle, Cosmos Elixir, Lithoform, so I was thinking maybe I could get them back if they get rid of them. But I don't encounter the people getting rid of my stuff that much as them putting out their own stuff, right? So we got rid of Master Scald. And the title of the deck is Burn It for Cheap, and so we've got a little bit of a burn deck. Let's go through the 1, 2, and 3 drops. We've got Play with Fire, 2 damage to any target. If it's player, scry 1. 4 Ingenious Smiths. We can reveal the top 4 cards of our library when Ingenious Smith enters the battlefield. Reveal an artifact card, put it in our hand, the rest goes into the bottom of the library. Whenever one or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control, the Smith gets +1/+1 counter. But you can only do that trigger for the counter once per turn. So we've got a lot of artifacts, right? We've got Oswald Fiddlebender, 1 copy of that. Magical Tinkering is his special ability. You can spend 1 white mana and tap him, sacrifice an artifact, search your library for an artifact card with mana value equal to 1 plus the sacrificed artifact's mana value, put it onto battlefield, then shuffle. So what I've got is I've got some Mauls of the Skyclaves, Plate Armor, and I've got the Celestis. Those are all the 3 costs. Depending on what I need at the time, I might be willing to sacrifice any one of those and go get a Teleportation Circle, a Cosmos Elixir, or a Lithoform Engine, depending if I need health, card draw, whatever. I've also got 4 copies of Potion of Healing, so I can sacrifice any one of those to Fiddlebender and go get Maul of the Skyclaves, Plate Armor, or Celestis in turn. The Potion of Healing works really well because when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. I like to keep those out as long as I can because if I get Teleportation Circle, that gives me an extra card draw at the end of each turn. I've got 1 copy of Smoldering Egg, 04 Dragon Egg. When you cast an instant or sorcery, you give them an Ember counter. When they get 7, you transform it into that Ashmouth Dragon you see to your right, the 4/4 Flying Dragon. That dragon has the ability, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it deals 2 damage to any target. So that works nicely with Sacred Fire, which deals 2 damage to any target, and you gain 2 life, and you have Flashback. Once I get 6 mana out, if I have the Smoldering Egg, I can get 6 of my 7 Embers by casting the Flashback value for Sacred Fire. 2 copies of Find Some Prisoners. I can either destroy target artifact or have them exile the top 3 cards of their library, and I get to play one of those 3 cards. 2 Dual Strikes. This is basically, when I say burn it for cheap, this helps me maintain the cheapness, right? If I've got a couple of different 2/2s and a Sacred Fire, I can dual strike the Sacred Fire, or I have Expel, where I can exile target tapped creature. If I've got just enough mana, if I foretold this for 2 the turn before, it only costs me 1 red. So if I've got 4 mana and 1 Expel, I can dual strike and Expel and exile 2 attacking creatures in 1 turn. The Invoke the Divine I mentioned, all the Skyclaves I mentioned. This one's also good to have with Teleportation Circle because if they kill my creature that it's equipped with, if I have another creature down, at the end of a turn, maybe after I summon it, I don't have enough mana left over to equip it. But I can select it with Teleportation Circle and it will attach itself because it enters into the battlefield again once it comes out from the teleportation effect. And so if I put down a new creature and Teleportation Circle's out, I can attach it. I can attach the Maul of the Skyclaves immediately. The Plate Armor, equipped creature has 3/3 and Ward 1, and it costs 1 less to equip for each other equipment I have to control. And to help us out, I've got 4 copies of Starnheim Cursor, 2/2 Flyer, that artifacts and enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. 1 copy of Rem Careless Stalwart Slayer. This is if I come up against any red burn decks myself. 2/3 Flying Haster. If a spell would damage you or another permanent you control, prevent that damage. And if a spell would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage +1 instead. So if this guy's out, our Sacred Fires will do 3 damage instead of 2. And that can be helpful. The Celestis, of course, 1 copy of that. We've gone over Teleportation Circle enough. Cosmos Elixir gives us 2 life, otherwise it gives us card draw. And Lithoform Engine gives us a way to copy all sorts of stuff just depending on what mana we have available. So if I don't have Dual Strike handy, I can still double cost my Expels or my Sacred Fires with Lithoform Engine out. Finally, we've got 2 Doomskars to wipe the board because everybody else has more creatures than me, right? I've got 11 creatures and 22 lands. I've got 1 Vanquish the Horde, so if they put out 4 or 5 creatures, it's really cheap for me to destroy them that way. And if the game lasts long enough and I need to wipe the entire board, I've got 1 copy of Ondu Inversion that destroys just about everything that's permanent. The land's the usual mix, white and red. I've tried to fix the mana enough so that I always have the right color that I need, and I can go get the color that I need if I don't have it, and I can destroy their man lands and again fix my mana. So that's the deck. We're going to take it out for a spin, see how it goes. As always, like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And if you do like the video and you got somebody new who's playing the game, share the link with them. Let them watch. Let them enjoy. Bring them into the fold. Here we go. Alright, are we mono white or are we the green white lifelink deck? Still too early to tell. Having Doomskar up front means we might have a chance to survive. Let's see what kind of waves of creatures he puts out. Voice of the Blessed. More cards, please. Alright, that's enough. We tell you. What are you looking at my land for? Not that one. You got 6 mana and you're not doing anything with them? This is very curious. Do you have a protection spell? I just want to see if you can save him. Aha! Ooh, Claire class. I'll take one of those. Thank you. So nice. Such a good neighbor. Ooh, lithoform engine. Now we're talking. Oh, this is going to be lovely. Copy. Aha, we finally have some stuff. All right. Five, 6, 7, 8. How much do we need to copy an instant? 3, right? Okay, with Celestis I should have enough. Copy. Copy my flashback. Go get rid of you too. It's so pretty. I haven't put down a creature yet, have I? Let's put down a creature. Let's... Oh, it's a legendary creature. We can't copy that. We'll just do a level 2. Can I copy that? Can I double that? Does that work? Don't exile my creature. You're exiled my creature. That's the one thing I didn't want you to do. Can you, like, do just one thing that I ask? Okay, let's do this. Copy. Can you say force multiplier? Okay, I didn't want to use lithoform to duplicate that because I'm going to use lithoform this way. Copy. And he scoops. So the name of the deck is Burn It for Cheap, but you can see you do have to get a number of lands out to make maximum use of lithoform engine. And once you do, if you have enough to duplicate everything for lithoform engine, it's basically like drawing extra cards or casting an extra spell every turn. They just can't keep up, especially if they're just top decking already. What? Ooh. I don't like that at all. Probably means we're a discard deck, right? Wow, he's thinking a long time. Okay, got rid of the Doomscar. I wonder what that means. You can be foretold. It's only 2 cards, come on. There you go. You didn't want to throw anything into the graveyard. Come on, it's my turn. If you're going to do the instant, do the instant. Is this a new person? They're reading the entire card? You have to let me go. You're holding priority. I still get to look for artifacts. Thank you. What about Smoldering Egg? They kept their mana open. Maybe they're saving their counterspell for something else. How about Potion of Healing? You let that go too. Okay. Are you going to play any cards at all? I'm just basically playing one spell at a time because he might have a Jwari Disruption. I don't want to tap out. There we go. He has a spell. take the land. Let's see if this comes through now. Kind of like that. Okay, if you got a Jori Disruption, let's get it out of your hand. No, you're going to let that fly too. What is holding up priority? Removal. Okay. He is saving up, isn't he? Foretell you. Bring you out if we can. Okay, saw it coming, got rid of one of you. That's fine. So your discard counterspell deck. What's the extra stuff that you were putting out there? Alright. My defender has the ability to hurt people now. It's getting rid of all my creature removal. Kind of running out of things to do here. Alright. If you got your counterspell, use it now, I guess. I should have used Dual Strike. Wasn't thinking. Alright, there goes the second saw coming. If he has a couple more duresses, maybe if we just fill our hands with our lands that we're always getting. Oh, I don't need to auto pass. I can put this on it. There we go. Come on, use your discard spells on me. Are we just waiting for an All-Ins Epiphany? Ooh! I don't have the other red. Ugh. Didn't even look at my land. Not a good move. So I guess I'll play the land, right? Okay, here we go. We let that go. I don't care if they counterspell it, because now I have it on flashback. I can still transform the Smoldering Egg. Which doesn't mean anything if they have removal. Okay, creatures, creatures, creatures. I do have creatures. And I can bring back an artifact or enchantment, right? Let's see. I don't have an artifact or enchantment in there yet. Okay, so we'll hold on to Master Scald. We'll just zap you. And then we finally have somebody who can attack. Power word kill won't work. We need another type of removal. Unsummon. Okay. And I used all my red. Here's what we'll do. That's why you wanted me to get rid of all my removal. Okay, Smoldering Egg comes out. Master Scald comes out. Exile target creature, yes. Okay. We can exile him, right? That's nice. He really doesn't want my Smoldering Egg to stay around, does he? You got 3 or 4 more turns until I'm toast. Let's get some help now. Why not? Only need one of those to hang around. Okay, how do we want to do this? Start with this. And I whiff. Can't stop the dragon. Hopefully I can stop this guy. He's been very slow and methodical this whole time. Okay. He's got just what he needs for everything, doesn't he? All right. Will this work? Ugh. And we're back to powering up the smoldering egg. Really? I don't usually see multiple copies of multiple choice in a deck. It's not bad. And he can bring down the dragon again. And all I got is land. Alright. That's enough to stop you. You can't use flunk on me. Well, you can, but it won't kill me. Curate, okay. We've gone through half our decks. It's a long match. Congratulations, I have a land. Neener, 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 oink, oink, oink. Not good news when he likes both of his cards. Alright, lithoform engine. Thank you. Thank you for letting me have that. I'm going to copy the activation so I can get 6 health back. You have to start hitting me in the face all over again if you have another Fading Sky or Unsummon. What did Captain America say? I can do this all day. Look at that, an Unsummon. It's like I knew. Question is, does he have a counterspell? No counterspell. Oh, why didn't I do that? I should have copied it. Moving too fast. Okay, that's okay. Unless he draws a counterspell right this second. Got tons of land. Can I copy it now? Yes! Thank you for your interruption. You got a blocker. Okay, I only have one blocker. Was that 3 unsummons? I'm running out of life here. Half of what's left in his deck has to be land. All right. Copy the same spell. Let's get rid of one of these guys. Do you have a counter spell? Syncopate. Oh, I should have put down a plains, huh? Little puke. Wait. I don't want to pass my turn. I can arm this guy here. Oh wait, I can't. Can I? Can I? If I put down this, then I can do it, right? There we go. Okay, still got a chance. He's drawing his lands. He's going to do that at least every other turn. Of course, I think I am too, at this point. Don't have yet another unsummon at this point. Oh, he got tired. Are you ammunition dry? I just outlasted him. Nice. The cheap stuff they're getting out already. The name of my deck is Burn It for Cheap. Of course, of course, of course. You may go away now. You may come down into the field now. And yet another one. Because that stuff just never ends. Just nip that in the bud right now, shall we? Oh, look at all the cheapies they got. It's fine. Okay. Do it again. Let's see what else you got. Let's take one of them. How does it feel? Go ahead and attack. I dare ya. Blammo. Oh, and he quits. All right, let's go get a plains right now and hope it doesn't hurt us. Over the Eye Tyrant, huh? What else can we get here? Black and blue. Do the lands. Stealing my cards. I kind of dread Siphon Insight because a lot of other cards we get the information too. We see what they stole. In this case, they see what they got. We do not. Teleportation circle. Commence the card draw advantage, please. This should at least help us not miss our land drops too much more from here on out. You know what? Fine. You only have 2 mana left. It can't be that difficult to make a choice. Sometimes the people that have blue Interesting. Looks like he's got a combination discard, steal my deck kind of thing going on. He probably has 4 copies of Siphon Insight. But with my draw card advantage, if he can't get rid of Teleportation Circle, it's not going to be enough. I do have a copy of Invoke the Divine that destroys. Oh, he got my Lithoform engine. dirty dog. He got my lithoform engine. And that's a mythic rare. But you're tapped out. He's still not attacking. I don't need onto inversion. I want to save all this stuff. This way I got to scry and I get the card right away. He needs to have some type of board wipe now. Flunk, okay. Gets rid of one. Do you have two flunks? He didn't have the mana to double it up with lithoform engine. Okay, what do we want to do? Let's get rid of this one. Too little, too late. Look at that, I gained my life back already. Oh, there was my Invoke the Divine. Darn it. Oh well. Let's do card draw. Nice. Kind of wondering what my other card is that he got. Three of his Elder Fangs. Two of his Siphon Insights. Gelatinous Cube. Okay. That's not enough. I can put up the Skyclave next. No blocks. That's game. Burn a Jeep. Alright, that's the deck. I think I enjoy it. There's a lot of these cards that I only have one of. I only have one of Vanquishing the Horde right now. I only have one Lithoform Engine. You know, that's a very rare card. And what I did, a lot of people like to chunk, just have 4 copies of everything. And since we're free to play and we're not using our wild cards right now, we don't always necessarily have that choice. But I found out that my own play style, I tend to like not having 4 copies of everything right away. I like the variety. I like having more and more choices. So it actually benefits my own personal style of play that I don't necessarily want to chunk in 4 copies of every single card that I have. I'm looking at all my available resources and I'm mixing things up and putting in a lot different variety of ways to do the things that I want to accomplish with each concept in the deck. So this worked out pretty well. We could get overloaded by creature-heavy decks sometimes, especially if our board wipes didn't come up in time. And if we can't destroy their enchantments enough, the life gain decks will kill us if they get any more than 1 or 2 of their cleric class enchantments out. But having 10 artifacts, we still whiff from time to time on Ingenious Smith, but it works out well enough sometimes. yeah, I'd have to say I'm pretty pleased with the deck overall. Go ahead and try it out for yourself. Let me know in the comments what kind of problems you have, what you might change to the deck, what else you might want to do. But with that, we're going to leave you. Come back again to Tpull's Corner. Then we're always going to have another new deck right around the corner. Have a good one.